Hey, all right, welcome back to Raff's Brain, a show about things that are interesting to me. I am your host, Rob Raffety. Folks, we are back in action. Fitness at 50, riffing with Raff. Zach Attack
What's
Lawson is
up,
in the
Om?
house. Hey, man, it's great to see you.
How's it going?
I'm okay. Folks, if you remember from about 7 days ago when we last chatted, I was on a mission to survive a week-long trial and tribulation in my sweet home state of Mountain Mama Country Roads Take Me Home, West Virginia. It was a really good trip, Zach. It was a really good trip. How are you
That's
doing?
awesome.
Are you
That's really
doing all
good to
right?
hear.
How are
Yeah.
things in Miami?
Pretty good, man. It's Miami, always something going on. It's a crazy place. Making it work though.
I appreciate you making time for me. I
What?
just got back yesterday from West Virginia, and
How'd it go?
I feel good about it. I'll tell you what happened. Right from the start, I knew I would have to be prepared as we play, as we discussed with healthy snacks, apples, blueberries, no junk food, just making the drive over. So surviving the drive over was a big win. And when I got there, I was able to be very deliberate in what I eated. So my nutrition, I would say, was probably about a B to B plus.
Okay, nice. That's awesome.
It was pretty good. There was one night we went to a Mexican restaurant. I ate some chips, but I did have soup instead of like tacos. So I'm not sure how it all
Right.
balanced out. I would say my nutrition is probably a B. My fitness was probably I'm not into grade inflation, Zach. I like reality.
Yeah.
I didn't get great fitness. I did get my 10K steps a day. I was definitely walking a lot,
Okay.
but it was just it was a difficult. Now, I'm not going to blame anything but myself. I'm giving you explanations, not
Yeah.
excuses.
Yeah.
But my dad's health is bounces around, and he had an issue where he fell and he knocked a few teeth out. So I had to help
Wow.
him. It was a chaotic trip in many ways, but it was great to see him, and we had a good time together. I was able to continue working remote there. Everything worked out. It was all good. But in
Okay.
terms of my quest, my fitness at 50 quest, I'm going to step on the scale tomorrow to see what the damage was. But
Okay.
I don't know if it was going to be damage or if it's going to be plateau or maybe even a little dip. I don't know, man. It's going to be very
Okay,
interesting.
yeah. I'm excited to see too. What about the Apple Watch? Were you able to get the Apple Watch fixed?
No, dang. Here's the thing now, Zach. I almost had a jujitsu moment. So I couldn't get my Apple Watch fixed. This is
Uh-huh.
crazy. I took it to the Apple store and they looked at it and they said, we can mail this into the company, but it'll probably cost more to get fixed than just to get a new one. I'm like, well, I don't really, this was a gift for me. So I'm not sure that I would spend that much money to get the Apple Watch. It's so expensive. But here's the funny thing. I don't think I need the Apple Watch necessarily to track the steps. Like you said, I can use my
Yeah.
phone.
Your phone will show you.
Um,
The Apple Watch
but
is good for, or you could maybe even try like a Whoop.
never heard of a Whoop. What is that?
Oh, really? So
Yeah.
Whoop is similar to the Apple Watch, but it's good for tracking like it basically you only charge it like once every 3 or 4 days, and it's more of like a wristband. So there's no like digital face on it. So
Yeah.
it just like goes straight to an app where you can see like what your steps were, what your calories burned that day were. I'll send you a link for it later. It'll show you like your sleep score, helps you see like what your recovery's at, it gives you ratings on all those things. It's basically like the health side of an Apple Watch without the digital side of the Apple Watch. Like it's
Very
not so much
interesting.
calorie-based.
I'm
Yeah.
going to tell you something very honestly, and I don't want to go 100% the other direction. I loved and I still enjoy tracking my progress like
Yeah.
this. But I had a moment because I went to yoga this morning and I didn't have
Yeah.
my watch. I couldn't track my yoga. So it's like, but I had this crazy moment of insight where I thought maybe I could imagine in future where I don't track everything. I just know what I'm doing. Really, I'm so
Yeah.
locked in. I'm not there yet, but I can imagine a world where I don't need to track everything. I mean, I should always weigh myself and be checking on the main caliber, main metrics.
Yeah.
But if I once I get locked in, I know what good healthy eating is. I know what healthy exercise is. I even have a
Yeah.
sense of what 10,000 steps is. So I don't think Anyway, it's just very interesting. Maybe I could someday envision not tracking so aggressively, but I still need to track right now
100%.
given the situation, you know?
Yeah, like, and that's kind of what I was saying. Like when we like do even like the scaling the foods and stuff, like for a very long time I had to like weigh everything, and now I can kind of just eyeball things where like I do the same 2 eggs and 3 egg whites every single day, and like I can pretty much pour it and see like, okay, I know this is like 100 and like I know it's 134 grams of egg whites is what I need. So like I usually can like pour it, and sometimes I like just to test it just for fun and see like I think this is like 134, it might be 140, it might be 130, whatever. But I'm pretty like accurate with it over time where like I don't really need to weigh it anymore. So like if you get to a point where you're like, yeah, I get what like, 6 ounces of chicken is supposed to look like, or I get what like, I can usually guess like I've gotten even pretty good at like I'll usually buy like a New York strip steak and cut it in half. Like let's say I get a pound one, I can usually cut it in half and eyeball it and be like, this is probably 8 and 8. I don't need to really like track per se and like make sure that it's perfectly even.
Hey, how do you cook your steak, by the way?
I have like it's like an air fryer grill, basically. It's like a combination of air fryer plus grill. But usually what I do, and like my favorite meal that I've usually done that like I feel like is the healthiest, like best macros that works for my body that makes me feel good is I'll do like an actual just like whole potato that's 16 ounces or less. I slice it into like fries and then I'll put it in the air fryer, cook those, and then I cook like half of a steak, which is usually if I get a 16-ounce steak, I do 8 ounces of steak and I do that pretty much every night.
You are what I would call you're routinizing your approach to diet, like
Yeah.
routines.
Yeah.
So that's great. It worked. I'm gonna have to start doing it. I mean, actually, I would say this. Even though I typically don't eat until noon, because my dad got up and made me eat in a sense, like you have to have breakfast with me. Okay. I
Yeah.
was good. I was good though. Listen, man, I had just scrambled eggs. Just, that's all.
Perfect.
No bread, no beet, no, I just, and so I felt kind of good about it. It did remind me, I do kind of like that, scrambled eggs in the morning hits, it's
Yeah, they're
pretty.
good. And that's totally fun. Like you can do eggs in the morning because it basically is like if you're doing no carbs, it's not going to spike your blood sugar and give you that insulin spike that then makes you crash.
Right.
Like the eggs will stabilize you. And then even when you do have carbs, if it's your second meal and you have carbs, totally fine because you've already kind of like stabilized your blood sugar for the day.
I like this. So I'm not, if I do this anymore, I might continue. I'm not sure. I'm still kind of getting back on the don't eat until noon thing because I have no
Yeah.
problems just having some coffee and then have a salad for lunch and then a sensible dinner. I'll try to get back on that train. It's been a couple of weeks of chaos with birthdays and Halloween and visiting family, but I'm okay. I mean, I'm not off the rails completely.
Yeah.
Um, I will say I was disappointed. We were texting all week, which is great. Thank you. Everyone, you need an accountability partner. So I'm just telling you right now, it really makes difference. When the night's winding down, I get a text from Zach. Hey man, how's the day going? It really is nice. So thank you for continuing to do that.
Of
I
course.
encourage anybody that's out there, if you want to do this journey, I just think finding someone who can be reliable like that's very helpful. But Zach is also able to give me insights. Here's the funny thing. I'm not smart, so I can deceive myself into believing I'm healthy. I was really excited because my dad has, diabetes, or he's actually getting better. He's lost a lot of weight and maybe the
Nice.
diabetes is kind of down, but his blood sugar seems to be normalizing. Nevertheless, he has these drinkable yogurt thing. I was like, whoa, I should try that. And I really liked it. And I was doing a couple, one a day or so. And then I texted Zach, dude, these must be good for me. And he's like, I don't know, man. There's a lot of sugar.
I was like, well, be cautious of the sugar because like there is like fat-free yogurts and like sugar-free yogurts
Okay.
made by Chobani and Oikos, or like
Yeah.
like I like the Oikos ones. But those ones like I had a feeling that it probably had some sugar in it, right?
Yeah.
Like
It
added
tasted good.
sugars.
So I was like, I'm healthy. I'm drinking yogurt. Oh, that's not good, bro. It's bad. So I'm
Well,
gonna have
it's
to
not
look into
bad.
this. I'm gonna have
Not
to get
bad.
not bad. It's medium. It's medium.
Medium. Yeah, it's a good middle ground. So like if you had to choose between having a bag of Cheetos and the drinkable yogurt, you're much better off having the drinkable yogurt. It's all relative. So like
Yes. Good.
it's like picking the better option out of the two. And that's gonna like always be the case. It's like even if I had to like let's say go to Chick-fil-A, like I'd rather have you get like a grilled chicken sandwich than the regular one, right? It
Very
like
good.
it fits the circumstances. Like you can't be perfect and you don't want to be anyways. You want to be able to enjoy your life too.
The other thing that I texted you, which I was so disappointed to find, I thought I discovered a great fast food option. The steak nuggets from Arby's. I had to try them. I saw them advertised. I'm like, I want to try these. It's all protein. If I can just have protein. And then I was like, dude, these are great. I had five, like little, a quick pack. They're like 400 calories. I was like, okay, it's all protein. Maybe I didn't really look deep in the details. You're like, oh, I don't know, man. A lot of fat in there. Watch out.
Like saturated fat specifically. And like all you have to do is just open up MyFitnessPal or open up ChatGPT or whatever
Yeah.
and just look at it real quick and just see like I think that anything that's like fast and convenient probably comes at some sort of cost to your
hmm
health. Like just typically, like that's just kind of the case.
As I was
You
thinking
know,
about it too, I was like, how do they get steak nuggets here in West Virginia from for Arby's? Where is that trucked in from? How long is this thing? Is it frozen? Is it dehydrated? I mean, I don't even know how they make these things. What type of
like
preservatives and
how is it so cost effective? That's always my thought. It's like, how can this possibly be so cost effective if a steak from the store, let's say that you bought like a small steak like that, it'd probably be $15, right? So you're like, how are these five steak bites only $5?
right,
You're like, what's the trade-off?
right, right.
Right? And you can feel it. Like you can like for me specifically. So I actually went out last night. It was one of my buddy's birthdays.
Nice.
My old roommate actually.
All right.
And I had some sushi. So I had some sushi. It was like rice with salmon. And then I had two. I always do the same thing: a skinny margarita with Don Julio Blanco.
Nice.
And I can actually feel it today. I could feel like
Oh, sorry.
difference. Yeah, I definitely could feel it. And what's crazy too is that because I went out last night, I didn't make my eggs like I usually would for the morning. So this morning I had a protein bar instead. I feel off. I feel
You're
like way
off.
off.
Oh no, Zach's off. My coach is off.
Yeah.
What's gonna
World's
happen to
ending.
me, man? No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Implosions.
This is a
Yeah.
great this is a great reminder though. We're always gonna have a little off days.
Yeah.
The upside is you got to spend time with an old friend and a former roommate
Sure.
and enjoy that's life. So don't
Yeah, of
stress.
course.
Don't get
100%.
But you're right. When you make a choice. Oh, I was out with some friends. I'm not gonna like hijack that moment. For you, it was good. I was
Mhm.
really good. I didn't drink at all week. I
Nice.
just
That's
had Diet
awesome.
Cokes. Also when during the food we were watching some hockey games and stuff. I just had a grilled chicken salad. Now, granted, at a bar, the grilled chicken salad's probably still got, it has ranch dressing and stuff. It's not perfect, but the alternative, it's all relative, right? It was like cheese sticks, nachos, death burger or whatever. So
Yeah.
I felt I was making good choices in the situation, right? So I'm trying to look on the bright side. I will be curious how I weigh in tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ruck today. I'm on track today. I'll weigh in tomorrow. Tomorrow will be kind of a cheat day, possibly. We'll see. I don't know. I don't want to go too heavy into it because I don't want to say a cheat week. It wasn't all in week. It was just less intention. I mean, I try to be
Yeah.
intentional, less. So we'll see. We'll see what the weight is, and we'll go from there. And anyway, I'm confident come Monday, we're back to lock in mode.
There we
And then
go.
and then it's the march to Thanksgiving.
Uh-huh.
So we got like 2 weeks from here, 2.5 weeks till
Yeah.
Thanksgiving. That's good. I should go down a few more pounds for that. I'll go nuts on one time on Thanksgiving. I'll go off the rails. It'll be great. But that's gonna be my
No
next
big
big
deal.
celebration.
Yeah, exactly. Like I said, like, holidays, birthdays, weddings, like have whatever you want. Like that's not going to really like throw you off from the other, 350 days out of the year.
It's a great mindset, and that's definitely something I'm taking away from this experience with you. So thanks so much for your time today, Zach. I hope you get better. I hope you recover from your you were derailed a little bit. That's good. And it's not derailed. Actually, let's not even say that. There's nothing to
Yeah, like I
you
said,
were
hey, birthdays, weddings, holidays, like still got to go out and live your life. I was thinking about it last night. I was like, I think that because I went like full like sobriety for a while,
okay.
and I think it was actually detrimental to my life. I think it actually negatively affected my life.
I love you. This is this.
Yeah,
I've been saying this as well. Like there's a balance. Like
yeah,
if you go
yeah,
all on that one side, you miss. Now, it's good for you in some sense, your body health, but
yeah,
you're probably also missing other valuable opportunities.
for
That it's
sure,
what are we here to do? We're here to live, man.
for
So
sure, exactly.
that's not an endorsement. If people want to be sober, that's completely fine.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
but at the same time, there is a cultural value to like celebrating, loosening up, doing that. So anyway, I hear you, man. I'm glad that you're kind of getting there ahead of the curve, man. When I was your age, I don't even want to talk to you about my level of like lack of care for my fitness and health was just it was terrible. And I'm fortunate. I had decent genetics. I could kind of roll with it. I could kind of hide it. I've never been ripped or shredded, there was a probably time in my mid 30s and then into my 40s where I was pushing it. If I look at old pictures, like, ooh, that's what happened, dude. What happened?
Yeah, well,
But
you're always able to get away with it for like a certain amount of time. Like for a long time, especially when because I bartended for a long time,
yeah,
I was drinking like a 750 of tequila every night, like for a
that's
long time,
that's a lot, bro. Oh my
like a
gosh.
fifth. Yeah, yeah, like a fifth
Whoa,
every night.
dude.
But like that worked for like my genetics and like for like
Yeah.
I could power through. I could still get my workouts
And it
in.
was
Like
over the course
you're
of a
young.
day. It was over the course of a whole evening. Like I could, half a night or whatever. It'd be
Yeah,
six
yeah, of
hours or
course.
something. So
Yeah, not in like one drink, but
yeah,
yeah, over the course of like a whole night where it's
right,
like, your body can like tolerate a lot.
right.
You build up that tolerance, yeah, 100%.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you're back to anyway, you're not on the other extreme. You're kind of figuring it out. And this has been great. So thank you for checking in on me. We're gonna keep this march going at least for another couple months, November, December, and then we'll see where things land. But thanks everyone for tuning in and supporting this show. We're making progress. There are fans of the show, Zach. There are some people that have
Yeah,
told me that they like it. So we're gonna,
that's awesome.
thank you for doing it. All right, folks. See you next time. We'll do it again next week. Probably that's what we do once a week check-ins, daily accountability texts. It keeps me going. Fitness at 50. We'll see you next time.
So yeah.
Bye bye.